Hi, I'm Will from Tested.
And I'm Adam from Tested.
Adam, 30 years ago, something really magical happened.
A very important movie came out. Very important to me and very important to...
I think all nerds.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember seeing Ghostbusters, not in theaters because I was too young for that, probably. But when it came out on video a couple years later.
I saw it when it came out in the theater, and I remember laughing hysterically. Couldn't believe it.
The cold open, like the whole library sequence at the beginning, you're like, what on earth is going on? The bit with Venkman and the psychic guy, and the not psychic woman,
girl, yeah,
and he's just such a misogynist bastard.
Oh,
it's
great.
It's a strong
Rick
movie.
Moranis, yeah, everything in it is amazing. I remember big New York Times double-page ads about it, about all the cast members. I think we probably saw it twice in the theater.
I can see that.
Yeah. Among my collection, I actually have some Ghostbusters stuff.
There's been a Proton Pack on your wall over here.
There has, and I think I should put it on.
I think it's a good idea.
All right, I'm going to go gear up, so give me just a second. I'm going to drag the mic over here. This won't be as good as the zipper with the muscle suit.
All right. Wow!
Who are you going to call?
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait, can't do any more than that.
Oh, wait, here we go. Ah, look at that.
Wow.
Totally ready.
Okay, there's a bunch of pieces here.
There's a lot of pieces here. I think perhaps you should take a look at the pack first.
Oh, man, okay, so I don't know if people can see this, but you even have the up and down LEDs on the Proton Pack. What are the technical names for these things? Do you know?
I am terrible about this. I know that there's a bunch of this is basically a set of kits and parts that I bought off the Replica Prop Forum.
Okay.
In the junkyard. So I bought the Slimer gun. Is that what they call this? The slime thrower? Proton gun? I'm sorry.
Don't cross the beams. That's all I know.
And then I bought the pack shell, and then I slowly detailed it, and I printed out stuff myself. Bought sticker kits, bought electronics kits. So take a look at the.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
You got some crazy ribbon cables here that have like been braided and taken apart.
Yeah.
That's a lot of razor work there, Adam. Unless you bought the cables already done. So okay, so this is a fiberglass shell. It feels like, right?
It is a fiberglass resin shell. Yeah.
Okay.
And the coveralls are basic issue coveralls that someone on the RPF posted, hey, these are really accurate, so I bought a pair.
As if you would use if you were an exterminator.
Exactly.
Okay.
The PKE meter, wait, hold on. Go ahead and click that switch at the bottom there.
Okay. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
There's something in our neighborhood, Adam.
Yeah, so this actually is, Mattel released a few props from Ghostbusters.
As toys.
Yes, as toys. So a PKE meter, ecto goggles, and a ghost trap. And they're all really beautifully accurate. Like, it's really rare for a toy company to release something so lovely. And this is one of those. And they sold out very quickly. And I picked these up on eBay. So I guess you get different readings out of them if you press
this. This is a pretty rad toy.
That's a nice toy as toys go. Yes.
Okay. So you got your meter.
I got my meter.
You've got your proton gun.
Yep.
Do you have the trap?
I don't have the trap. Oh. Sadly, I do not have a trap. Oh wait, it's behind a bunch of the costumes over there. I hand built the trap back when I worked at ILM in around 2000.
Okay.
The nice thing about Ghostbusters prop collecting and assembly is that all the plans for everything is out there. The Ghostbusters community has been incredibly forthcoming, and basically all the blueprints, plans, mods, expensive and inexpensive ways to build everything is out there, laid out in beautiful graphic detail on the Ghostbusters forum.
Well, and I mean, we were talking about this before, but Ghostbusters is one of the first big cosplay things that I remember.
I feel like it must be. I mean, I remember everyone also dressing up for the Star Wars movies, but I mean, this is... Frankly, you could make this costume anywhere from for $100 to $5,000. You know what I mean?
And not to knock the early Star Wars cosplayers, but a lot of the early Star Wars stuff was like a pair of black pants and a black tunic, and you're Luke.
Yes.
Or a brown bathrobe, and hey, you're Obi-Wan.
Right.
This is a whole different thing, and people were casting and vacuum forming and doing all sorts of stuff. I mean, we see Ghostbusters kit that's a huge spectrum of quality, but it's all awesome. So
it is, and you know, like there are other costumes that have so many parts. I think of Boba Fett as having a tremendous number of parts, but the cost for entry to Boba Fett is giant. Like, the minimum Boba Fett's going to cost you a bunch of dough. Whereas in the Ghostbusters world, you could buy there are people who make welded aluminum packs and they're really, really precise and everything. And then there's people who do like vacuum form and PVC and it's really, really cheap. So for cosplaying, this is a nice, inexpensive entry point.
Okay, we haven't talked about the goggles.
Oh, yes. So these are a kit I bought. I can barely see through them. Actor goggles. They have no lights on them. I don't know if they had lights on them in the film.
I feel like there were lights around the edges, but maybe that's just something I remember as an adult.
Might have been.
Not have been there.
I also have a pair of Mattel Ecto goggles, but I like these better.
Okay.
Frankly.
So, Ghostbusters, it's the 30th
Ghostbusters,
anniversary.
man. That is such an important movie, and it still holds up. I just watched it a couple of weeks ago, and it's still every bit as funny as I remember.
And it's so paced so well through the entire thing.
Perfect. Perfect.
We'll be back with more Untested. See you guys soon.
See you guys.
Don't cross the stream.